got work to do. I gotta clean this mirror off. We back to work, baby. We back at it. What's poppin'? We back to work, baby. I told y'all this weekend I'm working hard. I told y'all this weekend I'm working hard. I'm working hard. I don't know how I let this get past me, but you know. What's poppin'? What's poppin'? What's poppin'? They don't stop. They don't stop. I don't stop. They don't stop. I don't stop. They don't stop, bro. Did you catch the Arkansas State Police video? Nah, I didn't catch it. What's poppin' though? I'm broken. Hey, did you ever travel to 80? Oh yeah, all the time. Delta routes, all the time. I actually like that truck stop. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. This shit crazy. Oh shit. No, retouch off. What the fuck? I ain't trying to get. I don't need no filters. I don't need no filters. I'm about to show y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. I got y'all. Y'all know I got y'all, man. Hey, we got lives this week, but next week, starting tomorrow, we're gonna have videos and stuff. So I got y'all.
Keith, thanks. We are following breaking news out of New Hampshire. One man is dead and two other adults are injured after a shooting at a country club in Nashua last night. Boston 25 News reporter Alyssa Zara is live from Sky Meadow Country Club with the very latest. Alyssa? Kelly, it was a hectic scene here last night. We know that a wedding was going on nearby when the shooting happened. Some witnesses describing what felt like running for their lives. Officials say that the 23-year-old suspect and the victim had no known connection. So here's a breakdown of what else we know so far. Several police departments, including Nashua PD, responded here to the Sky Meadow Country Club last night for the shooting. The New Hampshire Attorney General says Hunter Nate Doe entered the golf course area and shot and killed 59-year-old Robert Stephen DeCesar. During the shooting, two other adults were hurt, but we don't know the extent of their injuries at this time.
Your boy went to a wedding and shot up a wedding. Damn. Damn.
Witness says they heard the shooter say, "Free Palestine," and quote, "The children are safe." The mayor spoke during last night's press conference and said, "You would never expect this to happen here in Nashua."
For any community like ours, this is a big tragedy that there would be such an incident. Thinking about the families that were affected, and it's just for us, it's sad that it happened in our community.
Nadeau is facing one count of second-degree murder, with the AG saying more charges are expected as this investigation continues. Now, coming up, you'll hear from someone who lives nearby and says they heard several gunshots when the shooting took place. Reporting live from Nashua, New Hampshire, Alyssa Azarov. When you shot in the...
Now, the reason why I'm showing this every day, bro, is because they have been on the news. All they show you is black on black. That's all they show you about our people. But we just now starting to focus on what they do. Every day, it's a mass shooting with these people. He shot 3 people. It could have been more. He shot 3 people, dog. And they telling you, sign up to a country club. No, their people are not safe anymore. They cannot hide. Their own people have white fatigue. They have white fatigue. White people feeling too safe around it. I'm telling you, their own people have white fatigue, dog.
The Acme app? You can count on prices that are the same online as they are in store. Even...
Okay, too much music.
There were more than 100 people inside last night when this all unfolded. News Center 5 spoke exclusively with a woman who identified herself as the mother of the man shot and killed. She says her son, Rob DeCesar, lived right here at the country club. She says they were eating dinner last night with family when the gunman came in and shot the maitre d', and that's when DeCesar put himself between the bullets and his family.
He did, I'm sure, what was his instinct to do. And like I said, he was facing the shooter, not trying to get away. And that's what his wife said. She says, I'm still in shock seeing the shooting.
Yeah, we got one. We got one. We got one. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's a battle of mental issues. It's not colors. Both sides of the shade have dark to them. D walk coolly. It's very ironic that when Caucasian people commit these crimes against their own people, it's mental issues. But when it's black people, it's animals. Black people are thugs. We never get the grace to say mental issues for black people. But when it's Caucasian people, it's mental issues. It's not their thugs. It's not their, no. No cop-outs today. You gotta take this. No cop-outs. No cop-outs, because you never have grace for black people. It's always they're gangsters, they're thugs, black on black crime. It's never mental issues. No one ever says, hey, did the government really create the projects? Yes, that's why they call it a project. Did the government really create the ghettos? Yes. Did the government really put crack in the, yes. Heroin, yes. But no one ever gives us that benefit, you know. No one gives us that grace. So D walk coolly. No. These are thugs. Every day, these are thugs. Every day. And there's a lot of white on white crime going on. Not mental issues. These are thugs.
But I know he did that, you know. He just, his thought was take care of his family.
The mother says they were preparing for the victim's daughter to be married in just 6 weeks. She also says she has no idea why the suspect opened fire.
The body scanner reveals the brutal truth.
Of course you don't. Yes, the government. That's true. That's not true. The train shooter just got placed in the mental hospital. Let's go. Wait, hold on. She said that's not true. The train shooter just got placed in the mental hospital for his murder because he has schizophrenia. Okay. You got one. Nicole, that's one. I'm talking about your boy Charlie Kirk. He never said black people have mental issues. Let's give them a pass. Let's have some grace. It was always, why are black people shooting each other? Why are black people having babies? Why? And you agreed with it. You agreed with it. It was never mental issues. But with his white people, it's mental issues. Appreciate you, spiritual eyes. I appreciate you. It's always mental issues. You already know. So, it's no excuses. Every day, when I say every day I'm doing lives and videos about white on white crime. What's going on? Every day. Generalizing and grouping in people because of color is exactly what you're against and exactly what you're doing. I'm keeping the same energy, D-Walk. You want me to have forgiveness? You want me to pray? You want me to forgive and keep getting slapped in the face? No, it don't work like that. You can't gaslight me, D-Walk. That's called gaslighting, sir. That don't work on this channel, sir. It don't work on this channel, dog. It don't. You got the wrong one.
Here, and it involves first-hand accounts about what exactly happened here, and it involves what that woman describes as one shooter going in to the Sky Meadow Country Club here where this all unfolded. There was a wedding that was going on, but according to that witness, she said the shooting occurred in a restaurant that is adjacent to the ballroom for the wedding. She described hearing several gunshots, and that's when people eventually ran for cover. As you can imagine, it's a wedding, there's loud music, and just lots of noise in general, so people didn't know exactly what it was at first. People described hearing the gunshots, and then she says someone yelled, gun.
D-Walk, on this channel, let me tell you something. On this channel, if you watch my videos, I tell you, we hold racist Caucasian people accountable. And this is the time we gotta hold y'all accountable because every day it's a school shooting. Every day it's a mass shooting. Every day y'all trying to take out an activist or a politician. Every day it's some ghetto shit with your people. But y'all so focused on the black community, but no one talks about what's happening to your community every day. Every day y'all terrorizing this country. Every day. So we need answers. Don't come with the kumbaya shit. No, we need answers. Every day y'all terrorizing this country, bro. You try to take out the president of the United States. You took out Charlie Kirk. You going into weddings, shooting up weddings. Pennsylvania, you just shot up 5 cops. Like, what are y'all doing? This every day. So while you in my chat, you know, trying to explain yourself, go talk to your people. Go hold them accountable for harming innocent people. Don't make no sense, bro.
And that's when everyone ran for cover. Now, the scene is up the road for me here. This is a fire station that's right around the corner. So the people who were at the wedding, they came down to this fire station. A bus took them to the Sheraton Hotel, which is also down the street from here, just a couple of minutes away. That's the reunification center, and it's also where the woman who was at the wedding says that's where they were spending the night, the hotel for the wedding. Now, we do want to play you some sound from this woman. Again, this is just confusion and utter chaos she describes. Listen here.
We had just gathered around the dance floor. We were about to do a Greek snatching of the plates and throwing the dollar bills. The bride had just come up to me and gave me the plates to say, all right, you give this to my husband. And all of a sudden we heard pop, 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 pop.
Appreciate
pop.
you, Songbird.
All of a sudden heard gun.
Thank you.
Chaos, screaming, and then running. It was just the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life. I heard people yelling.
See, look, they call me racist, but I feel bad for this woman. Like, you could tell she's like in shock. And people in my comment section mad at me, but I feel bad for this woman. Like, she's in shock, bro. Listen to this shit. Like, imagine you out eating at a wedding and somebody just comes shooting. Bro, that's crazy. Look at this shit.
And gave me the plates to say, all right, you give this to my husband. And all of a sudden we heard pop, 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 pop. Heard 5 shots. All of a sudden heard gun, chaos, screaming, and then running. It was just the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life. I heard people yelling. I ran. I knew that the gunman came from the restaurant, which is right on the other side of the door. I was on the left side. I knew that he was on the side. If I went through the doors to my left, it would have brought us to the outside doors. And the gunman.
So let's be real. Let's be real. Everybody talking about black people in these debates. Black people this, the hood, Chicago this. But it seems like you really got to be on guard when you're around Caucasian people. You just never know when someone is going to come in and start busting. This woman, bruh, she really shook up. Like, she really, bro, don't nobody want to have to be chilling with their family and somebody just busts in and start shooting. It's crazy. Like, look at this shit, bro. Like, this is called white fatigue, dog. This is called white fatigue when your own people tired of you, bro. Your own people tired of you. And we seeing this every day. Every day. Look at this shit.
Side. I knew that he was on the side. If I went through the doors to my left, it would have brought us to the outside doors. And the gunman was in that area, so I knew not to go out that way. So I hid under a table.
Somebody said when this happened. This happened last night. Last night.
I just heard the commotion. Heard someone running. I was on the left side. I knew that he was on the side. If I went through the doors to my left, it would have brought us to the outside doors. And the gunman was in that area, so I knew not to go out that way. So I hid under a table. I just heard the commotion, heard someone running through. He went into the kitchen area and heard people making comments about he had blood on him.
Damn.
So that woman also.
Hey, bro, look. Like I say, I don't hate nobody. I don't have no hate towards nobody. That's messed up, bro. That's messed up. You can see like the shock in her body language, the way she's talking. Bro, this is real life white fatigue every single day, bro. And it's crazy that you don't see no white content creators calling this shit out. You don't see no, like I say, I don't call them COONS. I call them raccoons. You don't see no raccoons calling this shit out. But they have all day to talk about black people. All day to talk about black pilots. All day talking about 13%. What's going on now? Look at this woman, bro. Like this shit crazy. This is called white fatigue, bro. Like you can tell she just fed up with her own people.
I ran. I knew that the gunman came from the restaurant, which is right on the other side of the door. I was on the left side. I knew that he was on the side. If I went through the doors to my left, it would have brought us to the outside doors. And the gunman was in that area, so I knew not to go out that way. So I hid under a table. I just heard the commotion, heard someone running through. He went into the kitchen area and heard people
Facts.
making comments about he had blood on him.
So that woman also says that the gunman, he ran through the wedding itself. So the shooting occurred in the Prime restaurant, which is right next to it. And the shooter ran through the wedding itself. That woman also says that someone at the wedding, a good Samaritan there, grabbed a chair, hit the suspect over the top of the head.
Damn.
Which caused him to apparently drop the gun that was at the center of all of this. That's when she says that he took off running and ran away from that scene. Now, police say that they do have one suspect in custody at this point. There were reports originally that there may have been two suspects, so police were searching at another location in nearby Dunstable, Massachusetts, but they went back, looked at the video footage. They determined that no, there was only one suspect. They say now there is no threat to the public, but we do know that one person is dead as a result of this shooting. At least one person. Several other people also injured. We also spoke off camera with a woman who works for the venue. She said that one of her coworkers was shot in the face, and it was just a terrible situation.
So this country club about to lose money. They about to lose money. Someone was shot in the... One person died, but one was shot in the face, bro. Yeah, she's scared of her own shadow, bro. Bro, this is if you're not used to, because you gotta go to New Hampshire, they not really used to shit. Well, I don't know, because they don't show shit on the news. But if you didn't grow up around gunshots, if you didn't grow up around seeing stuff like that, you're gonna react. And this how I know this is not fake, because I saw this in real life. I seen people act like this when I was younger when stuff like this happened. Like, they do the same thing. They body just, they in shock, bro. This is real life shock, bro.
We gave the plate to say, all right, you give this to my husband, and all of a sudden heard pop, 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 pop. Heard 5 shots, all of a sudden heard gun, chaos, screaming, and then running. It was just the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
See, look, people have nerve to call me a black racist. How am I a black racist, bro? Like, I actually feel bad for that woman. Like, I actually feel bad because I seen this. I seen people react like this in real life growing up. I seen this before, and she's really in shock. This is what you call real white fatigue, bro. This is real white fatigue that we are watching every single day. Every single day, bro. Every single day. Just look all over social media. Who are committing the crimes, bro? Every day. We can't be, bro. They call me a black racist, bro. Shit crazy, bro.
Heard people yelling. I ran and knew that the gunman came from the restaurant, which is right on the other side of the door. I was on the left side. I knew that he was on that side. If I went through the doors to my left, it would have brought us to the outside doors. And the gunman was in that area, so I knew not to go out that way. So I hid under a table. I just heard the commotion, heard someone running through. He went into the kitchen area and heard people making comments about he had blood on him.
So that woman also says that the guy.
Somebody, bro. Somebody said she looked like the woman from the Big Bang Theory. Bro, y'all crazy, bro. Oh my God, bro. Somebody said the Big Bang Theory. Oh, bro. Y'all can't be this funny, bro. Y'all can't be this funny, bro. God damn, bro. Rockstar, we not racist, we're victim. Exactly. But on this channel, I have to call out the shit they overlooking because they love to talk about black people. It's money. It's money in talking about black people, bro. It's money, even if you black. So let's say you're a black content creator and you start talking bad about black people, you will make money. But it's going to be hard to look yourself in the mirror because you know you're selling yourself out. You're selling your people out. Because how you going to talk shit about your people when their people are not perfect? They far from perfect. They the ones created a lot of this stuff. They created the projects. They the ones who put the drugs in communities that was already doing good. After slavery, our people was doing good. Families, homes, owning things, but they destroyed all of that. So now you have black content creators taking up for, the oppressor, taking up for them and turning on their own people. But in real life, they can't look themselves in the mirror. They can't look in the camera. They have to wear shades all the time. So if you catch people wearing shades all the time, or just looking down all the time, bro, they cannot look at themselves. They can't. And the ancestors slow walk you when you do that. Facts, it's a slow walk. Because I know this. When you start making money, but you sold out, you're going to see that your money don't even matter. They want respect, but they can't get respect. Because you sold out your people. You will never get respect because you sold out your own people. Yeah, we're not perfect, but it's a reason why we're not perfect. They did studies on our people. They did all type of stuff to destroy the black community. So if you jump to the opposite, they not perfect. Look, every day it's a mass shooting. That's a way to stop a wedding if you don't want somebody to get married. Now, Rob, look, I'm going to be honest. I agree with that. Back in my simp days, when I was younger, if someone I loved, but that got to be, I don't know. I still don't think a black person would walk into a wedding and just start shooting. I don't know. I don't believe, as a whole, I don't believe that's... Like Candace Owens said, she wasn't invited to charge. Damn, she wasn't? That says a lot. Nobody's stopping you from doing anything besides you. Well, BD, that's what you think. That's what you think. By you being on my live, I already know you probably on that government assistance. You know, you probably in, we'll say Tennessee, right outside of Nashville. You probably from Chattanooga somewhere. Because you don't understand. You probably from Chattanooga, right by the mountains, in the woods. Candace wasn't invited to speak. Damn, that's cold. See? You can tell it's a setup because if she wasn't there to speak, they know why, because she knows the truth. She knows the truth. Even though she on both sides of the fence, they don't want someone like her. They want everyone that's going to be on one accord. She's not going to be on one accord. Please stop saying these immigrant tethers are our people, my brother. I never said that, FBA. Don't put them words in my mouth, dog. Don't do that. That gets you blocked. Don't do that. Don't do that. They get you blocked. I never said that. Kansas is not. I never said that. I never said that. Don't do that. See, you might be an op. I gotta block you now, bro. You might be an op. That's what ops do. That's what ops do. Don't do that. You gotta go. You gotta go. I never said she was FBA. I never said that. You gotta go. You gotta go. You sound like an agent. You sound like an agent, dog. You sound like you're trying to confuse my channel. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that. Exactly. Where did that come from? That's an agent, bro. That's how quick you gotta notice them, bro. That's how quick you gotta notice them. We don't play no games. See, if I was around like Malcolm X and them back in the day, I would be that person. Like, hire me just to look in the eyes and see if somebody is working for the FBI. I want to be that person I can tell they're a snake. I can tell. I can tell. The fatigue is real, yeah. We don't play about Rockstar on this channel. Appreciate you, Jeannie. Bot out of order, glitching. Yeah, crazy. Like, come on, bro. So there could never be another Kamala or Obama or Letitia James. A-Meat, Louisiana. Shout out to A-Meat, man. Shout out to A-Meat, bro. Malcolm X stayed on cold. Always. I'm not going to denounce foreign, non-FBA black folks. We can disagree. Like I say, bro, if you a foreigner or whatever, and you rock with our people, and you respect what our ancestors did, you respect black Americans, hey, you cool. You cool. I have no problem with you. I only have to look in the eyes, discern the energies. That's it. We didn't know about the infiltration tactics at first, especially. You're right. Yeah, you gotta be able to look in the eyes, bro. A lot of cowards, a lot of people that turn their people or they doing things behind your back. It's a certain way to look in your eyes. They can't look you directly in the eyes for too long. For too long. You know, and that's how they got our people. That's how they got Fred Hampton, Malcolm X, MLK. They got them like that. It was all infiltration, bro. And we gotta start cutting shit short. Motherfuckers say something crazy that don't make sense. I'm like, oh, you the ops. The left needs to be invested under the RICO law. Appreciate you. 999. So you gotta understand though, this left and right thing, it's all propaganda, bro. It's all the matrix. But like this side think they right. Both sides getting played for real. It's all a play. All these politicians behind closed doors, you know, they cool with each other. But they want to keep us at division. See, but you can tell it. See, as black people, we already knew this. You can't tell that to MAGA people. You can't tell that to them. Because they still stuck in make America great again. They stuck in the past. They want you to be a slave. They want you to listen to massa. So when people say come together, or I'm like, okay, stop telling that to black people. Go to those sundown towns and tell those people, knock on their doors and say, let's come together and watch what they do to you. Go to those sundown towns and tell those people, let's come together. Stop telling it to black people. We don't need to hear that. So when I see content creators telling black people to be quiet, no, stop telling us stuff. Go to those sundown towns and tell those people everything you said. And come back and let me know what they tell you. Let me know what they tell you. They don't want to hear that shit. Black people would never call segregation. They would just keep complaining. Who said that? Anonymous. See, I love this. You said black people complaining. If you look at the news today, all you see is Caucasian people complaining. All you see is Caucasian people complaining. They complaining. Every day they complaining. You were born Caucasian in a country that is on your side. How are you not successful? In a country that your skin tone, you benefit from everything. How are you not successful? Black people, we have a right to speak our mind. We have a right. Your people, listen up, Caucasian people, especially to the racist Caucasian people. Look, listen up. Your people built nothing. Your people created nothing. Nothing. Our ancestors built and created most of everything in this country. Only thing y'all had, I give it to you. You had the weapons early. You had the guns. You had the weapons early. But besides that, y'all created nothing. That's why most of your history is lies. That's why Donald Trump trying to get rid of the black history, because that tells the truth. Y'all created nothing. So that's why y'all control all day. You control on the internet all day. You don't have no real empathy for black people, but you want us to have empathy. You want us to talk about Jesus now. You want us to come together now. But it's been things going on with black people, hanging from trees, cops murdering them. That's it. They destroyed everything we tried to make. That's it, bro. Racist Caucasian people have never created anything. That's why y'all control all day, because you don't have, see, I'm about to cook. They say black people don't have no self of identity. That's a lie. We know our identity. You know, a lot of us stray away and harm our own people and stuff like that, but we have a self of identity. It's the Caucasian people that have no self of identity. That's why they have to copy black people fashion, the content creators, the way we talk just to get some views. Even the raccoons, they have to talk about black people just to get views. It's nothing else to talk about. If you're not talking about black people, that money not coming in. That money not coming in. All that other lame shit, you have to talk about black people. What is black athletes, celebrities, the negative shit, you have to. That's where the money at. No matter what. We are the currency. No matter what. No matter what. We are the currency. Without black people, without the topic of black people, it's nothing, bro. Nobody is listening to you. Nobody. Nobody. My bad, y'all. I had to zone out right quick.
Della, good morning. Police confirming with us they have arrested 23-year-old Hunter Nato, and right now we actually have a look at him. We have been sent his mugshot, so as you're seeing right now, that is an image of the 23-year-old suspect. More than 100 people.
There you go. There you go. This is called white fatigue. When your own people crashing out on you. Oh, we got a live. Hold on. Okay.
Were at this country club last night, so as you can imagine, this was quite the chaotic scene that broke out during this shooting. According to the AG's office, one man entered the country club and fired several shots last night.
So all you hear is 13% of the crime is mostly committed. Black people are 13%, but they commit most of the crimes. But they not telling you about what Caucasian people doing when they do commit crimes. They taking out everybody. Taking out mama, grandma, sister, brother, kids. Taking out everybody. And it's happening every day. So what's going on in the Caucasian community? What's going on? Hold on, somebody said it. He crashed out at a Klan rally. And see, this is their worst nightmare. This dude, it say 22, 23. The younger generation of Caucasian people, they don't give a fuck, bro. They just don't. And they crashing out on their own people, dog. Stealing black content. That's all. Yeah. That's all they good for is stealing. That's all they ever done. Caucasian people have never, and this ain't no knock towards, any Caucasian people. I'm just saying as a whole, y'all ancestors, they have never created anything. The farms they own now, they stole those farms. They created laws to take those farms from black people. They never created anything. Never. So they wonder why Black American content creators can just be themselves and create and everybody copy. It's because, bro, we have self-identity. We have it. We know what our ancestors went through. We know our history. So we don't have to fake like nobody else. What's poppin', Royal, WC? What's poppin'? That's average IQ for people that look like you. Hey, bro, say what you want to say. But that's all you good for, Terry. All you good for is trolling online. Oh, my bad. All you good for is trolling online. You don't have no creativity in your soul. None. You can't do this. You can't talk on your phone. Like, you can't go live on you. You can't do it. Matter of fact, you don't even have a picture on your profile. Matter of fact, I'm probably talking to a robot. Damn.
Man was killed, and the suspect also shot and injured two
Appreciate
other
you,
adults.
Chantel.
Officials say the total number of people injured is still unclear at this point. One witness we spoke with says she was at a nearby wedding reception when she heard gunfire. She says she hid under a table while others ran for the kitchen or out the door.
All of a sudden, we heard pop, 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 pop. Heard 5 shots. All of a sudden, heard a gun, chaos, screaming, and running. It was just the scariest thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Officials identified 59-year-old Robert Stephen DeCesar as the victim. You're seeing him right now on your screen. He's the one on the left in the red t-shirt. His mother spoke exclusively with us last night. She says Rob jumped in front of his wife and daughter to protect them.
His wife dove under the table, and the daughter did and kicked the door open, and Rob just went right for him. His thought was to take care of his family. And his daughter's getting married in 6 weeks.
Damn.
So it's going to be very tough.
Authorities say NATO was detained at the scene, and reports of a second shooter were mistaken. Sources tell our sister station, WMUR, police were also searching for a Toyota 4Runner linked to the gunman. You're seeing that right now. A vehicle matching that description was towed from near the scene late last night. Now, officials say there is no known connection between the suspect and the victim. It's important to know this morning that the public is safe. Back to you, Rondella.
Thank you, Caitlin. And a witness at that area during the shooting describing the chaos and sharing what he said.
She got some pretty skin.
The shooter had to say.
We just saw what was happening after the gunshots. We were trying to keep family members safe. Then that was chaos. It was just, then the shooter, the active shooter, basically
Sensational.
went through the party and went through the kitchen area, and that's what went crazy.
Did he say anything?
Yeah. He said the children are, safe and free Palestine.
Shit.
Investigators, of course, taking all of those words into account. Another man says he was on the phone with his daughter as the shooting started. He says she works in the kitchen and looked out the window to see the gunman.
She just happened to turn and look at the time where she saw somebody all in black just pull out a gun or a rifle and just start shooting. And she immediately dropped the phone and just ran outside. She actually ran into the kitchen and said there was a...
My thing is, how did he get arrested? If this was a black, it's crazy that you can pull over black people in cars and the cops just shoot them. But you can shoot 3 people and still get arrested. Like, it's no shootout, it's nothing. But a simple traffic stop can lead to a black person being murdered. Shit crazy, bro.
Shooting, and they just ran outside. They let me in, I told...
If you love snacking...
Peace and love, everyone. What's poppin'? They read it, what's poppin'? I noticed that it's crazy.
Club, and his life was tragically taken, so our hearts go out to him and his family. Our hearts go out to the other victims at the event. I just want to provide a little detail there. We had 2 other gunshot victims put in our release earlier. One of those victims was an employee of the restaurant. One of those victims was a patron. We had 4 other individuals suffer non-gunshot wounds. Those 4 individuals were all patrons. Now, the investigation is in the early stages, so it is possible that we may learn of other individuals who suffered wounds as they were trying to leave.
You hear that? It might be, this was just live just now. I think it's still live. Yeah, but we just catching up. But it say it might be more people that was shot. These people are so worried about black people, what we doing. Meanwhile, every single day, it's a mass shooting. They going in country clubs. If they shooting in country clubs, ain't nowhere safe. If they shooting in churches, ain't nowhere safe. If they shooting in schools where kids are, ain't nobody safe, bro. All this illusion that you have safety in America. And this is why my channel, bro, I love my channel, because it's like a reality slap. It's no such thing as safety in this country, bro. Unless you protecting yourself. Unless you aware. So that's why I'm doing these videos, just to keep y'all aware. I know y'all want to hear the happy stuff, bro. We have to stay aware and know what's really going on in this country. These people walking up in churches shooting, grocery stores, country clubs, schools. I got to delete you, bro. Now you trolling, not even funny. As a black person, I'll never live in America if you can leave. I'm telling you, why don't you? It gets deep, bro. A lot of us ain't leaving. A lot of us ain't leaving, bro. Our ancestors fought too much in this country just to walk up and leave. We not like the, like I say, I don't have problems with foreigners who respect our ancestors, respect black Americans, but we have a lot of people that come over here and they talk down on black Americans, but they ran from their country. They ran. And they benefit from everything our ancestors fought for. They benefit from that. And they try to throw it in black Americans' face. But they ran from their country to here. Like, they ran. You know? So.
Leave the club and get out of there. But at this point,
Exactly.
We have the deceased, we have 2 other gunshot victims, and we have 4 non-gunshot wounds. Thanks to the quick action of law enforcement and some quick and selfless actions of patrons in the restaurant, this ended up being a fairly contained event. In lasted well under a minute, and it was not nearly as tragic as it could have been. So I want to commend
They
national
ran.
TV,
Exactly.
all of the first responders who were quick to the scene. I want to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the patrons in the restaurant who acted selflessly and quickly with more care for their fellow citizens than for themselves to help keep this a contained event and minimize this tragedy as much as it could. This is still a very tragic event, but it could have been much worse. I want to talk a little bit about our suspect and now defendant, Hunter Nato, 23 years old. He's a Nashville resident, and as we put out earlier this morning, he's been arrested and charged with reckless second-degree murder for shooting
Jeez.
Mr. DeCesar. As the investigation continues, we expect that additional charges will be added, but we're in the early stages, and at this point, he's been charged with reckless second-degree murder. Mr. Nato is, as I said, a Nashville resident. He's a former employee of the club, and I want to talk a little bit about the statements he's made and what we know about his motive. There's been reports that he made certain statements such as
So I get it. The white young dude that shot, he was an employee at the country club. Oh, so this shit crazy. And look, the first thought that comes to your mind is right. Whatever that first thought that comes to your mind is right. So whatever it is you're thinking, yes. Yes. Ships just dropped some of the different places. We all came. Hey, Rastafari Black College. But look, you gotta tell other people that. See, Black Americans, we know the history. But a lot of people, they avoid talking about this history. They avoid learning. So they don't care about that shit. So you gotta go tell them about that, you know? So whatever you thinking, that's what happened. The dude who shot, he was an employee at the country club. And he shot a member of the, oh shit. Oh shit. It's wild. We are talking about Timmy going wild in the country club. That's crazy. Crying Tiger. That's why every day I'm like, damn. They wanted a civil war with black people, but the civil war is amongst themselves. The civil war we seeing now is them against each other.
Palestine. Yeah, we're not going to get into those details, but again, I think it's important to just emphasize that too much
If you are sleeping in a position.
That's the crazy part. We thinking the Civil War gonna be, you know, they want to be us against them, but it's really them against them. Bruh, if you do YouTube, that's a title right there. That's a title.
Prosecutor with the Attorney General's office, and the Attorney General's office is helping the Nashville Police Department in this investigation. We don't have a prepared statements, but we'll certainly take any questions, knowing that this is an active and ongoing investigation at this point, so the amount of information we can share is fairly limited.
Tell us what happened.
Yeah, at this point, again, it is an active and ongoing investigation. We issued a news release in which an adult male entered the golf course area, and there was a shooting. An adult male died.
Appreciate you, Lala Go.
Injured, and it's currently being investigated at this point.
Some sort of a hate crime, or what do you believe?
So there's a lot of details that we need to figure out, and we need to know that information before we can share it.
Okay, y'all. I'm gonna say one thing before I go. I notice how when white shooters commit crimes against their own people, the news don't blast a picture on the news. They don't blast a picture. But when it's a black person, black on black, whatever, they always blast in the picture. But when it's their people, they never do it. So I think Charlie Kirk's funeral is at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm gonna start another live. I'm gonna see if it's, going down. and we're gonna go live again. I'm gonna start another live. So let's see first. Keep up the great work. I appreciate you, man. Like I say, next week we'll have more videos. I'm doing more lives this weekend, but next week we'll have more videos. I'm gonna get back to my videos. Let's see. God damn. They still singing, bro. So y'all, I'm gonna catch y'all in a few minutes. I might go live if the funeral's at 2 o'clock. If I don't go live at 2 Eastern, I will go live later on today. So I appreciate everybody for this live, man. I'm just showing y'all how these people say throw your phone away for your own beliefs. You're not smart enough to understand the damage you're doing. Ronald Johnson, your people have been doing damage since the beginning of time, dog. So take a seat and learn. Your people, Caucasian people, have been doing damage from the beginning of time, dog. So you can't gaslight me or make me feel guilty. I'm way past that. So T. Jakes knew he needed to get out there and say something for the dominant. Yeah, he needs to. That's it. Stay humble, my brother. Oh yeah, will do. Appreciate you. Stay dedicated. Appreciate you. Be resting. What's popping, G Reed? J Reed, what's popping? So I will see y'all in a few. If I don't go live at 2, I'm gonna go live sometime today because I'm pretty sure these thugs gonna do something else today. They got me working, bro. These thugs got me working. I can't believe he just said that mess. What a joke. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. God be with you, King. Appreciate you. Y'all, I'm out.